recording. Right, so the RST that you learn, you can apply to any of the 6 functions at the very beginning, right? We had the quadratic, cubic, right? Absolute value, radical, rational, exponential. But in this chapter will be mostly the top 4, okay? And then because later on we will have a chapter that's called exponential, right? So you will see transformation on that, okay? Right, so let's go to the homework section, okay? I would like you to all turn to page 28, and I'll pick a few questions that may be one of each kind, right? And then we'll try it together, okay? And then, yeah, and see how it goes, right? To help you get familiar with the story form. So the first one, let's pick a square one, okay? The one that has a square. So this one has a square. Okay, let's do 11. Okay. So everybody try turn this into story form. Okay, and then write out the story. All right, once you finish, please raise your hand. Okay, and then we'll go over that one. Raise your hand if you finished story and story form. Okay, Trudy, what's your story form?
My story form is y over negative 1 over 2.
Like that?
Equals absolute value.
Okay, question 11.
Oh, wait.
What did you do?
What?
Which question did you?
Oh, I did 10.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
10? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, later we'll go over 10, okay? Later we'll do. Okay. Then, okay, I'll ask you later then. Okay, you try question 11 again. Okay, Cindy, what's your story form for 11? Cindy?
Hi.
Hi. What's your story form?
Oh, y minus 3 over 2 equals x plus 1 squared.
Equal x plus 1 squared, like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And Kelly, what's the R?
No reflection.
Very good, thank you. Okay. And then Tiana, what's the S?
Vertically compressed by 2.
Compress?
Oh, no, expand.
Yes, okay. Expand by 2. Okay. And T, Donna.
Translate
Huh? Yeah? Which way?
up
Up?
by 3,
Yeah. And then
down by 1,
which way? Which way one?
down.
Down? You also have up and down? If you have up, you cannot have down, okay?
Left.
Yes, left. Okay, left one. Okay, because the one is with the X. So you have to either choose the left side or the right side. Okay, if it's with the Y, then you choose the up or the down. And then you follow the rule, right? Plus is left and down. Okay, let's do 10 then. Okay, since Trudy finished that one. Okay, so once you finish number 10, please raise your hand. And while you are doing it, okay, make sure you take a look at what we did in the summary, right, in the conclusion here. Okay, to remind yourself what kind of form is a proper story form, right? It has to be y plus minus something, right, over a number, and then x plus minus something over a number. Okay, it has to reach that form. So it could be the right hand side could be square root, could be square, right? Bracket square, could be absolute value, right? Could be anything. So please raise your hand if you got both the story and the story form. Okay, Trudy, you already finished, right? Can you tell us your story form, number 10?
I got y over negative 1 over half.
So like this?
Yeah, equals absolute value x minus 1 over 3.
Okay, anyone agree, disagree, right? Anyone has different things?
I got a different answer.
Okay, Kelly, what do you have?
I have y minus 2 equals absolute value of x minus 3 over 1 over 3.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? Thank you. Anyone else?
I got y minus 2 equals absolute value x minus 1 over 1 over 3.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? We have 3 different answers. It's good to have different answers, right? So maybe some of the mistake is yours, right? So we can learn from it. Anyone else got different? Cindy, what about you?
I got the same as Eric.
Okay. Tiana? How about Tiana?
I have the same answer as the first one.
The top one?
Yeah.
Okay. So for this one, let's do it step by step, okay? So you can learn which one is the correct one, right? So first thing is always move the thing that's movable to y side, right? And then we move it over. So the part that can be moved over is the part that's outside the value. So here we have a +2, okay? So remember it's a plus, right? So you do the opposite. So you should be doing subtraction. Okay, so we'll start with y minus 2 equal absolute value of 3x minus 3. So that's the first step. Okay, and then after that, because you want to make sure in front of the x, there's no number in front, right? Because right now the 3 is attached, right? Multiply with the x. So to do that, our next step is to factor. So when we take the 3 out, the leftover will become x minus 1. Okay, so you factor the 3 means you divide by 3 for both of the terms. And then finally, you need to move the 3 under. Right? Remember, when you move number under, you need to reciprocal it. So therefore, once it goes under, it will become this one. Okay, so we'll go there. Okay, good try, right? So everybody learned something from this example, right? So if it's adding, you need to do subtraction instead of dividing. And then, yeah, and then this part is forgetting how the factor, right? Okay, so different steps that you forgot, right? Okay, so let's see if next one get better, right? Let's pick a cubic one, okay? Do we have anything that's cubic? Okay, let's try 26. Okay, so same thing. If you finish well, just do the story. I think writing out the story is okay, right? We'll practice you don't need to write a story, okay? You'll do that for homework. So right now, just get the story form. So once you got a story form, please raise your hand. So far we did the square, right? Quadratic. We also did the absolute value, right? This one is a cubic. Raise your hand if you have the story form. Okay, so let's see. Okay. William, what do you have for your story form?
It's probably wrong, but okay. Y minus 4 over 2.
Y minus 4 over 2.
And then I didn't change anything on the
Hold
right side.
on, I wrote the wrong number. Okay, so 2, yeah, and then equals?
Equals brackets negative x minus 3 brackets to the power of 3. I didn't change anything. I don't know if I could change it.
Okay. All right. Any other answers? Thank you, William. Any other ones?
Y minus 4 over 2 equals bracket x plus 3 over negative 1 bracket cube.
Okay. Anything else? Anyone got different? Kelly, what do you have?
I have the same as Donna's.
Okay. Trudy?
Same thing as the first one.
So the top one, Williams, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's go over, right? See which one is the final form, okay? So of course, the moving over should be easier now, right? So we move the plus 4 and then divided by 2, right? So left side, no problem. Y minus 4 over 2 equal to negative x minus 3 cubed. So this is the beginning only. So this one is not wrong, it's just not finished yet. Because if you want to get story form, if you go back up, right, and then check the form, okay, it's kind of lagging right now. Okay, so the form, if you take a look, the x must by itself, right? There's no number attached to it. So if there's a number attached, like, okay, like the negative 3 in the example here, you need to factor, right? Remember we underlined that, right? We need to factor it out. So same thing here. Go back down. Okay, so we need to do y minus 4 stay the same. And then inside we'll factor the negative because there's a number attached to the x, right? Negative 1 is attached. We take the negative out and then the inside will change. Okay, and then if you want, you can move it under, right? Negative 1 you can move it under or you leave it on the side because if it's 1, if you reciprocal, it's still 1, right? It doesn't make any difference. So having a 1 on the side, you can leave it there or move it down, okay? So if you move it down, it will look like Donna. So this will be the form, okay? Once you get there, everything is just you follow the rule to tell the story, okay? All right, so let's pick another one that has a square root, okay? Let's see if we have anything that's a bit harder with the square roots. Okay. Let's do 14. Okay, 14. Sorry, not 14, 18. Okay, I can count. 18. So once you get the story form, please raise your hand. Okay, I hope by now it's getting easier for some of you, right? Easier and easier as we do more. Raise your hand if you finish the story form. Okay, Cindy, what do you have? Hi, Cindy.
Over 3 equals square root of x minus. Hi.
Hi, I can't hear you. Can you try one more time?
I got y minus 6 over 1 over 3
Mm-hmm.
equals square root of x minus 1 over 1 over 4.
Thank you. Tiana, what do you have?
I have y minus 2 over 1 over 3 equals to square root of x over 1 over 4.
Like this?
Yeah. One. Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kelly, what about you?
I have the same as Cindy's.
Okay. Let's get another one. William?
I got the same as the first one.
Okay. Okay, let's go over the steps, okay? So I hope you also learned something from this one. So first thing, you got to move everything over that's movable, right? So anything that's inside square root, it has to stay there for now, right? So there will be a plus 6 needs to go over. And then multiplied by 1/3 needs to go over, right? You always move the plus 6 over first. So that will give you y minus 6. Okay, and then you divide it by 1/3. Okay, because it's multiply 1/3 on the other side, right? You do the opposite. Now for the inside, we'll keep it the same for now, right? And then because we cannot have a number beside the x, right, attached to the x, so we need to factor it out. So y minus 6 over 1/3 stays. We take the 4 out, right? Meaning you divide by 4. So 4x will become x, and then 4 divided by 4 will give you 1. So x minus 1. After that, you move the 4 under, okay? Then that will give you 1 over 4. Okay, are we getting better? Okay, so this should be the correct answer. And once you get there, you talk about RST. Okay, let's see if we can, that's the next one. Let's pick the, I'll give you a hard one, okay? Let's see if we can handle that one. This one's a bit tricky, okay? Question, we're gonna do 2 more, okay? Let's see. 14, okay? 14 is a little bit tricky. So once you finish, please raise your hand. So number 14 has an f. So f basically it represents any function. Okay, so whatever inside the f is stuck inside. Okay, let's start with array. Okay, what's your answer for story form?
It's probably wrong, but y plus 3 over 2 equals f bracket x minus 4 over negative 1 bracket.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. And Cindy, what about you?
I got I got the same as Yurei.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Thank No, what is that? Okay, is that a duck? Okay, Trudy, what about you?
I got the same.
Exactly the same.
Mhm.
Eric,
I got the same.
the same. Okay, all right. Anyone got different? Or anyone doesn't know what to do? Okay, well, I will go over the steps anyway. Okay, so we'll move the numbers over, right? So that part is easy, right? Y plus 3 over 2. And then inside, because the order is different. Okay. Okay, the order is different. It's 4 minus x, right? We need to have x at the front. So you need to reorder it, right? So it becomes negative x plus 4. After that, you factor the negative out. Okay, so that's why it becomes x minus 4. Okay, so I think if you are okay with this one, I think all of you are pretty good now. Okay, so let's try the last one. Okay, I think the most difficult one in this on this page. So 28. Okay, once you can get get number 28, then I think you will be fine. All right, so last question for the day here. I mean for the homework part. Okay, so raise your hand if you finished. So 28 is an absolute value one. Okay. How many did we do? We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Raise your hand if you finished the story form. Okay, Samantha, what do you have?
Y minus 5 over negative 2 equals x minus 0.5 over 2.
And then absolute value, right? Okay, don't forget absolute value. Okay, anyone else got something different? Does everybody get the same?
I got y minus 5 over negative 2 equals absolute value x minus 2 over 2.
Okay, thank you. Kelly, what about you?
Same as Eric.
Okay, Judy?
Yeah, same with the second one.
Okay, William?
I will not participate in this vote
Why not?
because I don't know.
Okay, can you tell me how far you got?
I finished, but I got the first one on the first time and the second one on the second time. So I'm gonna say second one, but I'm not sure.
Okay, okay. So let's go through this one, okay? Because this one, the question is arranged in a weird way, right? So for this, right? When you start, what you can do is you will rewrite it first, right? Because there's a 5 in front, okay? The 5, you can actually move it to the back because right now you have 5 minus 2, right? So this part is the same as negative 2 multiplied by half x minus 1, add a 5. Because when you add a 5, I can either put a 5 at the front or at the back. It doesn't change, okay? Because adding is movable. So once you get here, then it's very clear what to move over, right? You move the 5, so it becomes subtract 5 and divide by negative 2. So that part is fine. Now the inside part is a little the tricky part, right? You have to have a single fraction. So this is something that we talked about before. You need to get common denominator, right? The 1 is like 1 over 1. Okay, so the common denominator will be 2. So you write it as over 2, right? And then the second part, right? The second number will be 2 over 2, right? You can, if you get same denominator, right? 1 over 1 will become 2 over 2. Then once you combine together, will become x minus 2. Okay, so that should be the answer, okay? You need to get x minus 2 over 2. And then there you have the reflection, right? And also stretching and translation. All right, last question I want to do today before I let you guys go, okay, is to see how we put this story form into work, okay? So we will just do one question 4 over here, and then that should be it, okay? So over here we have 2 points. So go back to page 23. 2 points here, 0, 0, 4, 2, there are points on this one, right? So this is the basic, right? And you can check the points by subbing in, right? 4, put it in, it will be 2, right? If you plug into 0, square root of 0 will be 0, right? It's the table. So let's write that out first. This is the original. You have 0, 0 as one of the point, and then you have 4, 2, right? This is a basic one. Now it's asking what must be the new point, right? What must be the point on this one? So this is the after, right? After. After that, right? After you figure out where the points are, then we will graph both of them, okay? So we want to get the table of values for the new one. Oops, the square root only covers to -3, 2x plus 4 minus 2. Okay, so we need to graph the second one. So the plan is you need to get a story form, right? Turn this into story form. And then once you have the story form, use the story form to get the new points. Okay, so please raise your hand once you get the points. Okay, I'll trust that this time you can get the story form correct. Okay, so we'll see if you can also continue get the points correct. Okay, so don't do any graph yet. Okay, just get the points and then we'll check that. All right, so raise your hand if you get the 2 points. So you can see here the story form affects everything, right? Having a correct story form, then you can get correct points. Then you can get a correct graph, right? So having a story form, make sure you can get 100% all the time. Is there anyone doesn't know how to get points after story form? You can speak up, let me know, okay? I can show you like where to find the notes, how to do it. So raise your hand if you finish the table. Should we check the story form first? Is there anyone here wants to double check your story form? Trudy, do you have the story form?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, those of you are already done, right? Please write out the RST as well. Okay, we're gonna use that to help us check the graph. Okay, do you have any questions, Samantha, Tiana?
No.
Okay. Trudy, have you got the story form yet?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your form?
I have y plus 2 over -3
And then
equals square root x plus 2 over 2.
over
2?
should be over half.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you understand why?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because you need to factor the 2 out and then move it under so it will become reciprocal. Okay, be careful. Yeah, so it will affect the points now. Okay, let's check some points. Tiana, what do you have for the table?
I'm not too sure, but like I have -2, -3, and 0, -9.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Cindy, what about you?
I got -2, -2, and 0, -8.
Okay, pretty close. Okay, you two are close. Kelly, what about you?
I got the same as Cindy.
Same as Cindy. Okay. William?
Points.
Yep.
-2, -2, 0, -8.
Okay, so same as Cindy. So yeah, okay. So maybe that's the one. Okay, we'll see. Okay, we'll check. So let's see, how do we get points? Very easy. Okay, you just look at the story form. The y value, right, times it by -3. Okay, so that's let me erase the table first. Okay, so I can start. Okay, so the table, the y needs to times -3, so -3y, and then +2 means you go down, right? Go down, you need to subtract 2. Okay, so that's how you get the y values. Now for the x, you times it by half, right? So it'll be half x, and then +2. +2 means going to the left. So go left, you will subtract 2. Okay, so that's how you get the formula to get the points. Now all you need to do is just plug in the original x and y into it there, right? So these are the 0, 0. Original one, you plug them into the formula. So 0 plug into the x will be 0 minus 2, so -2, right? And plug into the other one will also give you -2. Now the 4 times half will be 2. 2 minus 2 will be 0. Okay? And then 2 plug into the y. So -6 minus 2, -8. Okay, so that part, that will be our 2 points. Now the problem is how to graph it correctly, okay? So we're gonna graph the first one with the blue, 0, 0, 4, 2. And this is a radical graph, right? If you check the basic graph, it should bend this way. Okay, so once you have that, then we think about the comic. Okay, we have original, it goes this way. And then we have a reflection. Okay, what kind of reflection do we have, Eric?
Reflect over the x-axis.
Very good. Okay, reflect over x-axis, so up become down, right? So after reflection looks like that. All right, and then what kind of stretching do we have here, Donna?
Vertical expand by 3. Horizontal compressed by 1/2.
Okay, so it will become taller, right, and become squeezed, right? So your graph will look like something like that, taller, right, and being squeezed side to side, right, left and right side squeezed. Okay, Tiana, what kind of translation?
Down by 3.
Down by what?
3.
Look again, look at the story.
Oh, down by
Down by
2.
Yeah, down by 2. Okay, because it's y plus 2, so it'll be down by 2. And then
Left 2.
left 2. Very good. All right. So after that, right, you just move the whole graph. So basically, the this comic tells you which way is your curve. Okay. So now we can plot the points with the red. Okay. -2, -2 will be here. 0, -8 will be down there. So you will not connect this way. Then that will be wrong, right? Because of the comic, you know it has to go downwards. So that's why you need to know how it changes. Okay? So that will be the final graph. All right, so we just made it in time, okay? So if you have any more question about today's lesson, you can stay after class and I'll post the homework very soon tonight, okay? And I will see you next week on Wednesday, okay? Bye-bye.
Bye, Jason.
Bye, William.
Bye.
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 Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.